I was 23 and still new to construction, moving from job to job. Cheyenne was supposed to be easy, just 3 nights. My foreman booked a decent hotel room, but handed me the company card, telling me to find something cheap nearby. I ended up at a roadside motel off the highway, the kind with the faded, peeling sign and flickering lights buzzing loudly. The lobby smelled like stale coffee and something else sweet, but off. The manager was a thin, stiff man in his late 50s, with a strange, unblinking stare that made me uneasy. "You need a room?" he asked. "Just for a few days." He handed me an old guest book and watched me fill it out. Eyes never leaving mine. When I got the key, he warned, "Pipes are old. If you hear leaks, call me." Room 12 was damp, curtains tightly shut, carpet stiff underfoot. I checked the lock's deadbolt worked. Chain intact, but the door didn't fit right. After an hour, a knock. The manager stood at the door, keys in hand. "Checking for leaks," he said. I opened the door slightly. Chain still on, no leaks. He smiled. Better safe than sorry. I should have said no, but I unhooked the chain. He stepped in, not looking at pipes but at my stuff, and asked if I was alone. Yes. He nodded and left. Around midnight, he knocked again. I didn't open. He pressed his face to the peephole, whispering about leaks and noise. I said no. Later, in the shower, I heard a faint metallic click, the chain lock scraping. I peeked and saw a pale hand trying to undo the chain. I yelled. The manager's face appeared, feigning calm, saying he was checking a leak. I called the front desk and threatened to call police. He denied wrongdoing. Police arrived, listened, but said the manager claimed he had permission to check the pipes. I packed up fast, refusing to stay another night. That was years ago, but I still check motel locks twice before I shower. I was 22, broke, and on spring break with friends, crashing in a cheap roadside motel in Daytona Beach. I arrived early after a gig, planning to shower, nap, and wait for the guys. The motel was exactly what you expect of stories. Pastel paint, noisy AC units sticking out windows, doors spacing the parking lot. The pool was taped off with a temporarily closed sign that looked permanent. The lobby clerk barely glanced at me and slid the key card. Room 214, second floor. Inside, the bedspread was stiff, the TV bolted down like I'd steal it. I tossed my backpack and guitar on the bed and checked my phone. By evening, the place was filled with college kids' music blasting, people yelling across the lot. Then I noticed him, older, maybe late 30s or 40s, dark hoodie and baseball cap pulled low. Calm, not drunk or rowdy. He was testing door handles, no knocking, no confusion, just quietly tugging at every second floor door. Tug. Next room, tug. He avoided rooms with people outside, skipped anyone who might see him. I tried to shrug it off as lost or looking for a friend, but then he stopped in front of my door. I locked the deadbolt and slid the security latch, barely feeling it would help. He stood 3 doors down, then 2, then right next to my door. He didn't reach for the handle, but leaned close like listening. I heard a whisper, just 2 words. My body jolted. Instinct screamed danger. I grabbed my wallet and phone, and I thought, just raw fear. He hadn't touched the knob yet, but I couldn't wait. I unlocked everything quietly, then yanked the door open. He was right there. Surprised, his head snapped toward me. Without thinking, I shoved him hard. He stumbled, fell hard on his side. I didn't wait. I ran. The walkway rattled under my feet as I bolted toward the stairs, hearing him scramble behind me. I ducked behind vending machines in the parking lot, heart racing. From there, I saw the second-floor walkway. Footsteps paused. I held my breath. Then they moved away, down the opposite stairs. Silence, except the muffled music and laughter. I called the front desk, voice steady. Told them about the guy testing doors, whispering at mine. The clerk sighed. "We'll send security." No security came. The police showed up about 20 minutes later. The man was gone. An officer took my statement by the cruiser. "What did he do at your door?" He whispered like he was choosing. The officer nodded, no smile. "Happens sometimes. People scout motels for easy targets." Opening the door was risky. The clerk came outside, rubbing his forehead. "We saw him on camera," he said. "He walked the whole balcony, tried many handles. Only stopped at yours." That stuck with me. He never fussed any door. Just walked quietly, peeking a room. Mine. My friends found me outside with my bag and guitar, refusing to go back in. They joked later until I showed them the footage. Years later, I still check every lock and latch in a motel, because sometimes danger doesn't break in. Sometimes it just quietly chooses. I spend more nights in motels than in my own bed. Maybe that's why I noticed it so fast. After years of hopping between cities, I know what's normal fake with furniture, patterned bedspreads, cheap alarm clocks blinking 12 forever. The Santa Fe motel was no different. Small lobby smelling like lemon cleaner over old smoke. The clerk barely looked alive, handing me a real metal key. Room 112. The room seemed normal. Door latched good. Curtains closed. Bathroom clean. I glanced at the alarm clock. No display, no blinking, just off. It felt heavy, solid and unusual for motel clocks. The cord wasn't plugged in. The prongs were cut. My gut told me to check it. I unscrewed the back and found no gears, just a hidden camera. I called the front desk. There's a camera in room 112. I'm calling the police. The manager arrived angry, grabbed the clock, and saw the screws. Police came, confirmed the camera, and removed the nightstand to investigate. No other devices found. The manager claimed someone planted it. I was moved to another motel. I checked everything there: vents, sprinklers, clocks. Later, my phone buzzed and no number. Love having you here. No name, no emoji. I forwarded it to police. Dead end. I finished my work but barely slept for weeks. Now I never stay in the same hotel twice. I check every lock, vent, and clock even in fancy hotels. Patients say it's hard to feel safe again. I know exactly what they mean. Someone watched me through that fake clock and warned me they're still watching.